Hey, friend. So, when we're being faced with a tough situation, sometimes it's really only as bad as we may be looking at it. Like, sometimes it's all about our perspective in a situation. Like, yeah, it may be hard. Sure, it's uncomfortable. Sure, it's taking us out of our normal daily routines. It's making us have to do things that we didn't plan on doing. And it's just bringing up a lot of uncomfortable feelings and emotions, right? And so, yeah, it makes it feel hard. It makes it feel tough on us. But in order for you to get through it in the best way, in the way to where you can see some type of positive coming out of it, it's all about changing your perspective. Like, in the end, whenever we go through something, it does work out for our favor. That particular situation that was placed on our path is usually to teach us something, is usually to get us to see something either about ourselves or about our environment or about a particular person around us. It's some type of reason why you're going through it. And sometimes it may simply just be a bad decision that you made on your own. But it all boils down to you being completely real with yourself, real and raw with yourself, to be able to sit back and analyze that situation and see, what is this doing for me? How did I get here? What was my action parts on this situation, and why? Sometimes we have to ask ourselves why. And a lot of times we already know that why, but we probably didn't expect for that decision to land us here in this particular predicament that we may be in. So now it's time for us to grow. We're going to have to do something that we may had not planned on doing this, or it's probably hard for us to do, but that's all a part of that growth, right? So now it's time for us to take some type of action that we have to take in order for us to move along in this situation. And we may not want to do it. And that's what makes it feel so hard and so heavy, right? But if you change your perspective on that situation, if you find some type of loving way to look at that situation, it'll make it feel so much better. It'll make it feel so much better. It's all about your perspective. You have to see the brighter side of things. That's how you're able to make it through without it feeling so heavy, without it making you want to blame everybody else around you and feeling like you're playing the victim. It's all about you taking the leadership role in your life with whatever you're being faced with. Because at the end of the day, somebody may have done something to us. Somebody may have triggered us to this particular situation or predicament that we may be in. That may be true. But in some way, in some aspect, you have a role or responsibility in that as well. And that's what you have to see. And you'll take that in order to see the bigger outcome of that situation. Yeah. It's all about our perspective. It's always a bright side at the end of the tunnel. It's always a bright side, and you just have to see it. And sometimes you may not see it right then and there. Sometimes you may not see it until after you take the necessary action to make it through that. And then you're able to just kind of sit back and reflect and see how it all played a role into your greater good and where you are right now and today. And yeah, that's a lot easier said than done. Sure, I get it. It is a lot easier said than done. And sometimes, we may make it through and we still can't see that particular positive coming out of that. So we may have to grieve a little bit. We may be sad a little bit. We may be hurt for a little while. But once you make it through that, in the end, I guarantee you it's a brighter side that comes out at the end. That rainbow comes out for you. It gets revealed to you in the end. You just have to stay the course and keep going. And don't give up. Trust God. Trust God. That's the biggest thing that you can do. Your faith in knowing that you're going to overcome. Your faith in knowing that God's got you. Your faith in knowing that if you don't have nobody else, you know that God got you. and letting him to lead and guide you out of that situation. Use your resources, even if you got one or two supporters, use them to whatever capacity that you can to get through that situation. Going through stuff, it shows us so much. It shows us who's really in our corner. It shows us in areas that we may need to grow and develop. You may be asking God for something and he's trying to give it to you, but you have to be humbled, you have to be broken down, and you have to be rebuilt in order for you to receive what it is that you are asking God for. And you have to go and stand the course in order to see it through. That's the only way you're going to make it. It's not going to be easy. He's not going to just hand you something. You have to show him that you're able to withstand and uphold that blessing, that thing that you are asking him for. And he has to see that you're going to be able to handle it on a massive level, or whatever massive level that you are asking him to bring to you. So everything that we go through is for our greater good, if you allow it to be. I mean, you can keep going through things, you can keep repeating tough cycles in your life and just not getting anything out of it. People do it every day. You can keep doing that, but why would you want to keep doing that to yourself? Why do you want to keep putting yourself in hard, tough situations that you have to dig yourself out of? Eventually, you got to get it. You got to see what it's doing. What does this mean for me? And you got to move forward. And you got to make decisions that is going to put you in a place to where you can heal from that situation and you don't have to cross that situation again. It all boils down to you and your decisions at the end of the day. What are you going to do about it? Y'all stay encouraged, y'all stay blessed, and keep going.